Well, hello and welcome again to River Valley Farm. It's been quite a while. Health issues, holidays, and other odds and ends doesn't help out. Today we're in my little home garage shop here, and we are looking at and well, it's not that old. It's about 30 years old anyway. Propane gas cook stove. I've been searching for, well, since it got cold the first time back in November, for a wood stove to put in this building, and can't find one that's any good for a decent amount of money. Or I should say not even a decent amount of money, but a reasonable price. So I came across this thing for free. New camera, I'm trying to figure out how to make it work here. Anyway, the only thing wrong with it was the burners didn't work. But anyway, we don't really care, because I'm going to take it and make a heater out of it. Simply by just going to take this door off, and I'm going to plug off everything. There's a hole right here that supplied the pilot lights for the burners. Plug that off, put in a new line here which supplies the thing, and then I'm just going to run it with a grill tank right now just to make sure it works. But anyway, as I said, new camera, so hopefully the audio is better than what it has been, but we'll soon find out. Anyway, let me get some stuff rigged up here. Yeah, like I say, the only thing I got to do, I got to tape a plug to put in there, tape a fitting to put in there, hook up some lines, and then we'll see what happens. All right, so I got our plug in, our fitting in. Now we've got this hose. I had to pick up this union, as they called it. I don't really need a lecture on how what I'm doing is wrong, because, well, something's got to be wrong with it, right? Anyway, as I said, this is going to be a temporary solution to a permanent problem, but we're just kind of going to get something going around here so that I can go tomorrow and bring in a project that I really need to get done. Hopefully my bibs pocket will be a good enough place to watch for you guys to watch what I'm doing here. But anyway, well, as I said, tomorrow we're going to bring in a project truck and get started on it. It's not, well, I don't really know how bad it is yet, because I haven't seen it in a while. But well, I have seen it, but it's a 95 F250 with a 7.3 in it. So we'll find out what all's going on with it here in a little while, tomorrow probably. But anyway, for right now, and it's not like I really even need this thing that I'm rigging up, but someday it might get cold again. I don't know. We're in a 60-degree weather pattern here in the end of December. Another one of those wondrous Ohio River Valley things that happens, I guess. Anyway, so we are all put together here. I got to tighten up that fitting, which shouldn't take much. Shouldn't take much. And now I have to go and borrow a propane tank from a guy down the road here a little bit, because I'm not going to pay $57 for a grill tank to test this out with. Being a guy who likes to charcoal grill everything and smoke meat makes it kind of difficult when you don't have the tank laying around. But anyway, I'll have to go get one of those, and then we'll be back. All right, guys, so we are back. We've acquired a tank of propane. As I said, this is just a temporary thing till we can decide whether this is going to work or not. Tank propane is $60 if you don't have an exchange now. $58.90 something anyway. So I was rather unimpressed with that for a test run on this, just to see what I have and if we have something that's going to work. So next on the list is going to be to light the pilot light. Get this flashlight here. Which is right back there someplace. So more or less we just turn on the gas and stick a flame back in there and light that, and we'll go from there. So let me get that done, and then we will see what happens. Okay, so we were successful. Nothing exploded. Let's see if we can see the little blue flame up in there. See that little blue light? That is it. The pilot light is lit, so that part works. Now, what about the actual oven? Does it work? Nope, my pilot light went out. Well, that's not good. Okay, relight the pilot. Tank's on all the way. Alright, so pilot lit again. Now, well, it's lit. The pilot stayed lit that time. So far, we're not getting anything out of the oven part. That's not good. And I smell gas, so that's very not good. Anyway, let me see what's going on around here. Okay, so after a little bit of monkeying around, we have that working for us now. So I had to get in here and mess with the thermostat, which we'll figure out what I did with my flashlight, and I'll show you that thing. Okay, so see that thing right there? That is the thermostat for the oven. It wasn't kicking on the gas because apparently it thought it was warm in there. But anyway, messed that a little bit, popped the gas to the big burner in there. It's getting pretty hot. So we're going to say that that is working. But we're going to cycle it a couple of times first just to see what happens, I guess. Off. So back to pilot, we're good there. Huh. Okay then. Or does it just take a long time to light? There it goes. I think my gas pressure could probably be a little bit higher, but let's face it, I'm not a big fan of blowing myself up. So, next step in our process here is going to be figuring out how to take the oven door off without cutting it off, or maybe cutting it off. I don't know. Anyway, time will tell on that. For right now, though, looks like it's got something to do with these little screws right here. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Just those little screws. That should get me down to where, should get us down to where we can undo the hinges if such is possible. Worst comes to worst though, I got a torch. So we'll go from there. Alright, so I started off to take this door off politely, and it's not going to work out for me. I've run out of screws to take out that are going to do me any good, I think. I don't know that for sure yet, but I think I have. Well, I guess I can take, I can take these side ones, I guess, and see if I can get to the hinge in there somehow to undo it, but I don't think I can. I think we're just gonna have to cut them and call it good, which really isn't that big of a problem because I don't think she's ever going back into a kitchen again anyway. Oh, I'll have to get something to cut this off with. All right, so doors off. Light. Well, if I turn the knob the right way, that'll help. Light it up. See what happens. Huh. Okay. Now it won't light. Or did I turn the gas off? I don't remember. I'll have to check and see. Nope, gas ain't off. Okay, so lighter. Okay, just knocked the pilot out for some reason. Come on. You can do it. Or at least I think you can. Not real sure why it hasn't lit yet. Okay, well, now what happened? Probably nothing. I'm just not being a very patient person. Oh, there it went. That's all it was. I just wasn't being a very patient person. So now, the next piece of my puzzle is just going to be to set this fan in front of that oven and let it blow the air around, in hopes that's all we'll have to do. Leastwise, that's all I'm gonna do. If it doesn't work, well, at least I'll be able to warm my hands while I'm out here messing around. So anyway, but if it does work, this is going to be probably like the cheapest heater I could come up with for, you know, anything, because yeah, everything else I could get my hands on was either $100 and rotted away to nothing, or $1,000 and rotted away to nothing. So anyway, just for grins, oh come on, get in there. And now my fan is both useful in the winter and the summer. So what do you know about that? Anyway, let's plug it in here. So we'll put it on low fan for now. We'll shut the door, I guess, for what it's worth. And then concept proven, but you're just gonna have to take my word for it. It is picking up the warm air and moving it around. This would probably be a little bit better if I could get the fan down in there a little bit closer, but I really don't want to melt the fan down either. So anyway, I think we're going to call that good for today. Turn off my gas and call that good. And then actually I need to test these batteries real quick, because I got to put batteries in this truck before I can load it up and bring it over here. Negative. Positive. Stick you guys right there. Now, load. That one's good. I throw it on a charge anyway, just for good measure. Now then, that one there's actually testing over 12 volts, and it's holding 11 with this tester, which this is a 100 amp load test. So yeah, it's not 140, 150 amp load tester, but hey, it's a load tester. It should tell me if something is wrong or not. So hang that back up there. We'll put our little 2 amp battery charger back on, plug it in, get in there, and there we go. Make sure it is actually working here. I see sparks. Do you see sparks? That means it's charging. Okay, good. So I guess that's about it. Tomorrow's project is going to be a pretty simple one. I got to go get a truck and a trailer and load up another truck on said trailer and haul it up here and unload it into the shop. Does start and run, but it's missing, or well, sometimes it misses on like 4 cylinders. So we'll have to look into that. Excuse me. See whether we have a IDM problem or a electrical harness problem, wiring harness, or valve cover harness, or something like that's going on with it. Yes, this is my truck that I'm gonna go get. It finally has given me the finally got to the point where you couldn't drive it anymore, so now we're gonna work on it. But anyway, I guess that's all for now, guys. Thanks for watching. Please comment, rate, and subscribe for more, and we'll see what tomorrow brings. And hopefully this camera's working out. I'm gonna look at that real close when I get into editing tonight. GoPro Hero 7, if anybody is curious. So yeah, that's all for now.